Did a brief bit of cleaning up. This is our current up-to-date score as of now. I think this game is going to score well. That's actually my niece's save, Shadow Machine. If you're paying attention, and I know you're not, every single one of those Pokemon is named after someone from the show, except for the Pokemon from Pokemon Violet. That's because she named them, because they're her Pokemon. Anyways. Without further ado. So are you sure about what you heard? Come, speak up. Yes, sir, quite sure. I poured over all the research of the Thousand-Year Door. It appears the sealing power has definitely been weakening, as Beldam said. Finally, the treasure of legend. The ancient power of darkness will soon be ours. Listen and listen well. Keep giving the Crystal Star search top priority. Of course, that also includes the elimination of Mario, that meddling scum. Got it, sir. Soon I'll have the power that slept for a millennium. So very soon. And when that glorious day dawns, I'll throw the world into the depths of terror. No one can stop me now. All will kneel before X-Dot regime, and I, Grotus, will build a new world. A perfect, ideal world. A world made by me. About me. And for me. Tech? Did you call me? Have you decided to accept that you're in love with me? What shall I do? Shall I continue to gaslight you every single time we talk? We'll be dancing, disguising, we'll sing a song or something. I am conflicted. Huh? Yeah, but they all suck, Lieutenant Leroy. What's wrong, Tech? You don't seem yourself. Which is more important, carrying out an order or protecting a critical person? I exist for the purpose of a certain person. I wish to exist for the purpose of another. I do not know what to do, really. What do you mean? No, never mind. Please forget my musings. I do not know why, but it makes me feel unpleasant if I make you worry. In any case, let us have a quiz. A quiz? That is right. I'm about to ask you a series of questions. Please choose the correct answer among the 3 options. If you can answer 5 questions, you may use the communicator, as usual. What's with you all of a sudden, huh? First question. What will happen if you collect the 7 stars? This is bloody brilliant, the way that they do this one. It's probably one of the shortest Princess Peach sections, but I like it. He's just like, hey, let's have a quick quiz. So, the Thousand-Year Door opens. 1,000 coins appear! Incorrect. Please try again. Bragwin, what will happen if you collect the 7 stars? Correct. Now the second question. What is the goal of Grotus, leader of the Octonauts? To become a superhero! Correct. Third question. What is the legendary treasure that waits behind the Thousand-Year Door? Tick, is this? Please answer the question. What is the legendary treasure that waits beyond the Thousand-Year Door? A demon's soul. Correct. Fourth question. What does Sir Grotus wish to do with the demon souls? Cherish it always. Correct. Fifth question. What is required to seal up the demon again? The crystal stars. Correct. You have correctly answered all 5 questions. You may use the communicator. Tech, you... Was it okay for you to tell me such things? Please input the message you wish to send. And yes, our Spruce. Like I said, I like this little tidbit. Tech's just getting clever with his programming. Message has been sent. That is all for now. Please go back to your room. thank you? You're still a weird computer tech. Good night, Princess Peach. Meanwhile... My lord, I've received reports of a great secret in the floating town of Glitzville. Let's try the cheap blimp here. Come on now. You there, 2 tickets. 1 great and evil king and 1 sweet young thing. Oh my god, it's Bowser! The evil king and a deluded hag! Life's too short! What did you say? Hey, come back here, you impotent little cheapskate. Hey, I'm talking to myself. Where did Lord Bowser go? Forget that wimpy blimp. I'll be riding this baby. I snuck into Glitzville once before, so I know the way. No problemo. You go easy on your old limbs and take the slow ride on the blimp, Grandma. Wait, Lord Bowser, please. Aw. Now my special dirigible deluxe brown bag kami lunch will go to waste. You've been servicing that thing, right, Bowser? That sounds like a no. Yeah, check engine lights are a little bit more terrifying when you're in an airship. Hang on, I want to show something off this particular time. Let's go ahead and get hit again. So we have small Bowser too. Oh wow. If you can't through the pipe, go through the pipe is small. That's funny. I figured I could. Because, you know, small. Oh, that was terrible. I gotta get in shape. Oh my god, it's Bowser! Ah! He'll eat us! Someone help! Run! Look at her hat. Look at her hat! Hey, you are, Lord Bowser. What are you doing here? I've been looking all over. If I may ask, where have you been, your sogginess? Swimming. Really? Neat! As for me, Glitzville was fantastic. The fights were so cool. I was overcome. Why, even at my age, I was shaky what my mama gave me. Then the hot dogs. Oh my gracious. Yummerly. Did you have fun too? Lord Bowser, is that a no? It's terrible, you hear me? I swallowed a dang blooper! I wanted to have fun. Forget it. It's over. Go get me some solid info on Peach and the Crystal Stars. Now! Pluses. This is a weird song for this. Honestly, the fact that we've only had one game where we play as... Well, 3 games where we play as Bowser is criminal. 4. That's getting into technicalities, though, to even get up to 4. Wait, what? One second. I was right. Okay. No? That is 2. Okay. I see what I did. Super Mario RPG, Super Paper Mario, Bowser's Inside Story, and the game we're playing right now. And like I said, we had to stretch some definitions to get there. Can't believe it was a fake Mario all that time. Yeah, you're an idiot! So sorry, Mario. After all you've done for our town, do we hurt your feelings? Yes! Well, alright. It's okay to be in touch with your feelings. Jesus Christ. You've brought a shining ray of light to our dim town. Twilight Town, thanks to you. Hey, Mario, we need to get to Rogueport, right? Let's go. Please come back to visit anytime you like. Which I'll only do with Vivian, because y'all failed me. Someone go kill Mr. Red for me really quick, please. Nothing fancy, just kill him. Oh my goodness, sounds like you got an email. My dear Mario, finally learned what the legendary treasure is. The spirit of a demon. The Exnox plan to use its power to take over the world. They're collecting the crystal stars so they can open the 1,000-year door and unseal the demon's spirit. The same crystal stars can also be used to reseal it. You must not let them get the crystal stars. Please, you must put a stop to their horrible plans. An ancient demon spirit. Yep. Something you would know a lot about, Vivian. Well, we won, Linerith. I don't want to talk about it. Actually, I have no idea. I'm not a big player of the Mario Party franchise. I like keeping my friends. Actually, I usually don't have people to play with who are interested. That's the real reason. But yeah, we beat the crap out of Vince McMahon. And then, you know, Jolene took over and didn't change anything, but we're going to assume she did. Off camera or something. Listen to this. I got the lowdown on a book that could turn anyone to a master chef. Went to the Trouble Center and recruited someone to find it. If you like helping folks out, you gotta swing by there. I'll reward you. Yes, and... I mean, she always was. They just got more overt about it in this version. You got all the latest products. Do you have... You do not. That's a good question. Everyone in chat, if you could design a Bowser game, what genre would you make? And assume you can do any genre you want to. Build your castle of the week. And then Mario shows up. So you got like limited time to build. And every build action takes time. Oh, that's interesting, Roxy. I figured. I could see a Metroidvania, but is it going to sound weird? I feel like a Metroidvania would better suit Robotnik. Because Robotnik has no real moveset of his own, right? The only thing he can do is, yes, Linderth. The only thing he can do is use all his inventions and robots. Bowser's a powerhouse. He's a death machine. Which is why beat 'em up fits him so well. I have to admit, my first answer is the most boring one I could possibly give, though. Like the first one that comes to mind. RPG. So, earlier I realized I misspoke. I apologize. We actually have like dozens and dozens of games in which you can play as Bowser. What we do not have is games where Bowser is your primary and main character. We only really have like debatably one or two of those, depending on how you call that. Super Mario RPG and Bowser's Inside Story. That's it. I'm just testing something really quick. Interesting. Bowser Seal. You're not involved in game development anymore, Mimoto. Go away. We're gonna have to fumigate for Mimotos again. I do like a Bowser's Warrior. I mean, a Dynasty Warriors is essentially a subgenre of a beat-em-up anyways. So that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I was curious about, Shadow Machine. Tell you what, here's your gimmick. We're going to design this game, and it's going to be a good game, but if the player hits themselves with, like, a lightning rod periodically, then, holy crap, check it out. The character jumps in the game. You can also just hit the jump button, but the lightning rod, whew. Chapter 5. Unfortunately, thanks to delays, we probably won't finish Chapter 6 today, which is a damn shame, because I was really looking forward to Chapter 5 and 6. Whatever. One thing I like is that Peach is very definitely part of the party in this one. She is in the first game, too, don't mistake me. But I mean, she is the source of most of our intel. Frankly, comes up with almost nothing. Like, almost all the intel we get comes from Peach. So, that was written in Princess Peach's email. It's the spirit of an ancient demon. Yeah, she's... So, I'm going to just give this away right now. The main villain of this game is kind of close to being a straight-up traditional Oni. You know, like Demise over in Zelda. Or Ganondorf, I guess, over in Tears of the Kingdom. Now, whether that works or not, we'll debate when we get there. It's not like I'm against the archetype, after all. Oh no, that would be Hideo Kojima. Does seem consistent with what I've uncovered. What have you found out, Professor? This is rather long, so you best listen well. Are you ready? And you there, in front of the screen. You listen up, too. What? Are you talking to no one? Never mind. Don't worry about such trivial details. Just listen. The great cataclysm that destroyed the city that once stood here may well refer to this demon. It said the 7 crystal stars were actually created by that monster. And that thing used the power of the crystal stars to try and control the world. According to legend, the demon was defeated in the end by 4 heroes. But only the beast's physical form was destroyed. Its spirit could not be eradicated. So the heroes used the crystal stars, which they'd stolen from the demon, and they sealed its wicked spirit within the Palace of Shadow, locked behind the 1,000-year door. From this... What? Scales of Justice? From this, I gather the crystal stars cannot distinguish from good from evil. Yeah, they're objects. A hammer doesn't care if it's a carpenter or a serial murderer who's wielding it. Seems that who wields the crystal star determines if they're used for it. Guess we gotta consider not collecting the stars, then. Does anyone think it might be better just to destroy them once and for all? That was my first thought, too, but further research suggests we can't. There's a slight possibility the 1,000-year door is weakening. It seems the crystal stars hold the power to seal the beast for 1,000 years, and so once 1,000 years pass, the power to keep the seal shut fails. Fortunately, this year may be the 1,000th year. In other words, we must be ready for the demon's return, even if the X-Nauts fail. Oh, I guess we better find the rest of them if we want to seal the demon, huh? Or we could destroy her, I'm just saying. According to the map, it appears to be somewhere in Keelhaul Key. Keelhaul Key? I'm none too familiar with the place, but I've heard countless unsavory rumors. You know, usual stuff, vengeful spirits full of hatred, curses, stuff like that. I'm sure the Sea Salt's down by the harbor no more. You should head there first. But first, thank you very, very much, Scales of Justice. And if you want to put that towards up to 3 runs of your choosing, which can also include genres if you're only interested in a type of run, please let me know. Forgive me, Umbral Magnus, what does TTRPG stand for in context? Nope. Okay, pen and paper, that's what I figured. Yeah, ditto. So, I've heard TTRPG referred to tabletop and turn-based tactical. As I say, we have one of those. Who's the most underrated? So, I actually, sorry, I figured that Shadow Machine's answer, or sorry, X's answer was sufficient to that Anarcho Maxis. Because here's the answer. I have no idea, and neither do you. You've never heard of them, whoever they are. Hidden gems on the SNES. I'm not sure there is such a concept at this point. The SNES was 30 years ago. We all know about the gems. The gems are well trod at this point. However, if you want my off-the-top-of-the-head answer, I would say Inspector Gadget, which was made by a company, I don't remember who off the top of my head, but they've done some good stuff, and they put in a surprisingly solid platformer. And most people never even heard of that game from my experience. Okay. There he is. Well, I headed to Circuit Break Island and got me a marvelous compass piece. You wouldn't believe it, bro. Talk about thrills, chills, and spills. It was pretty exciting, Ross. Do you want to hear what happened? Like I said, it's a really long story, but here goes. Just as our boat arrived at Circuit Break Island, we heard this incredible racket. We soon found out they hold kart races almost every day on the island. Whoever takes first place in the race gets to rule the island as king for 1 day. Just as we got to the racetrack, we were holding the ceremony award. I couldn't believe my eyes. Right there on the trophy they give to the winner was another piece of the marvelous compass. I almost passed it away. I decided right then and there that the only thing to do was enter the race. I mean, I've driven in kart races before. I thought I'd be okay. Boy, was I wrong. The karts were supercharged machines that could send you airborne with their exhaust. These vehicles were armed with missiles and bazookas. It was anything goes, bro. Luigi, you've been in Mario Kart before. Of course, I wanted to get out of there pronto. These drivers were crazed. I worked up my courage and signed up anyway, and my race day finally came. I got one of the best karts, the big green 01. Took my position at the start line. Lights went green, I stopped the accelerator, and something bad happened. I was in reverse. The big green 01 went rocketing backwards with me yelling. I crashed into the wall behind me hard enough to cut me off mid-screen. In one fell swoop, I dropped into last place and wrecked my racing machine. It wasn't all bad news. The other karts all crashed because of my maneuver. Once I got in gear and took off, I was the only car left. I won by a mile, bro. I took the piece of my trophy and added it to the compass. The compass came to life and pointed me to a Jazzafraz town in the east. I heard that voice. Oh, Princess Eclair's voice echoed in my ears again. Oh, my princess, random words would form poetry formed by your voice. Oh, I will most definitely save you. Just wait for me, Princess Eclair. I mean, if she tastes like a real Eclair. After that, I got on my boat and came back here to Rogueport. That's what went up with me. Yeah, I'm Torque. Don't think for a second this dude's telling the whole story. The only reason I landed my rig was because he got down on his knees and begged. And what happens? He's in it for 1 second before he completely totals it. Idiot. I'm not letting this dip out of my sight until he repays me the 5,000 coin repair cost. No, that's after Bregman. Alright, 5,000 coins is a lot for a cart. I don't know. I think you might be getting gypped there, buddy. Might be cheaper to buy a new cart at that point. Okay, still nothing I want. Sorry. Oh my god. So I hammer Vivian and she giggles. Or rather, Peach giggles, but that's what it sounds like. Anyways. There it is. I knew it was there. I'm just double checking something really quick. How has Optimus Prime died 26 times? That is the worst tank ever. Oh my god. Okay, you know, he is headed off. Excellent. So let's go ahead and not go through these. Oh, and to try and repeat myself, Anarcho-Maxist, the most underrated developer is someone you've never heard of, because that's what makes them so underrated. And at this point in time, every game on the SNES is known because it's a 30-year-old console. However, if you had put a gun to my head and tried to pick out a game that I think is at least tolerably acceptable that nobody's ever heard of on the SNES, I would pick Inspector Gadget. Ah, no kidding, really. Bad writing, Linerus. Let's see. Who was the developer? I know it was Hudson, but it was one of Hudson's specific teams. It doesn't look... Oh, here we go. It's a bunch of stuff that most people haven't heard of, I'm sure. I know this because it's all in Japanese. Ow. Which version of Optimus? I think it just means like Optimus across the various settings. Don't forget, the multiverse is canon in Transformers. Okay, so. Down the list. They call me Garf. I lost my key and thus I cannot get into my house. Should be somewhere in Rogueport. I just need someone to find it. I'll be waiting for you at the house at the very back end of East Rogueport. Yes. Is the multiverse relevant? So, X says they're separate continuities. That's actually news to me. I wonder when they changed that. Now, granted, I haven't looked into Transformers lore in years at this point. But, when I looked into Transformers lore, they were trying to do all of the versions of Transformers are all canon and contiguous. The only connecting thread between all of them was Prime and Unicron. In other words, there's only one Unicron in the whole of the Transformers multiverse. Take my trouble? You? Okay, then find my key and be quick about it. Someone else finds my key, they'll get in my house, so I'm gonna stand guard. I think I dropped it when I went to the bad shop, but I'm not sure. I mean, it was an eye-rolling idea anyway, so I can't complain about it being retconned. Because, yeah, I'm with Roxy. Here's a multiverse. Does it matter? No. Like, not to spoil, but Star Trek 2009 is part of the multiverse of Star Trek. Why? Because the events of Star Trek directly impacted it. Hey, Random. I apologize for being so late today. I do hope your editing is going well. As if it isn't. Hi, Sean. Yeah, it's another thing. The multiverse concept is just... I don't actually know what started it. Not as a concept. Obviously, the concept of the multiverse has been around for decades. No. I mean, like, in the last 15 years, I'd say, there's just been this thing where, like, every setting suddenly has to have a multiverse. Even brand new settings, like brand new IPs and whatnot. Like, hey, check it out, there's a multiverse now. And it's like, okay, why? Because it's the hot latest thing, right? Everyone's jumping on it. Yeah, it's the time travel of the modern era. Everything had to... Remember when everything had to have time travel? It does allow freedom from consequences, which is one of the biggest things I don't like about it. Here's your key, buddy. Oh, my key. I'll finally get inside my house again. Home sweet home. Thank you. Please take this as payment. Trouble solved. Nice place, actually. We're not much here, but make yourself home if you want. Yeah, nice place. Some of these troubles are more irritating than others. And there are a few of these. This is Macumba, and I have a simple task. I need to have something delivered. Unfortunately, for reasons that can't be mentioned, I can't be seen walking around Rogueport. Need be behind Zest's house. Okay. That describes me to a T, Random. Background noise. See, what's really funny, and you can make fun of me for this, I don't really mind Elseworlds as a concept. I never have. What ifs, you know? Hell, the rewrites are in Elseworlds, functionally. But what irritates me, like, the multiverse thing is a little bit different. Because the whole point of the multiverse thing is, like was stated earlier, it's complete freedom from consequences. They can kill off whoever, or deal with whoever in whatever way, and do whatever they want to without regards to anything. And at any point in time, if they change their mind, there's an undo button right there, because it's connected to the greater multiverse. And so they just be like, oh, and here's this other person from this other timeline. They're here now. Same person, though, totally. Wink. And even though logically it's not the same person, everyone's going to act like it's the same person. It's a whole thing. Yeah, there are exceptions to this. There are. There's exceptions to all this crap. But it's like, anyways. That's funny, act. So let's do this thing quick. Take this package to Goomfrey. You'll find him in front of Frankly's place. Try not to be seen. Yeah, addressing that it's not the same person could actually lead to some interesting story beats. I'm going to admit I'm never going to like a multiverse because of preference, but that's separate from my actual disdain for multiverses, which is execution. There you go. You got that thing I asked for? I'll dispose of this in a way no one will ever find it. Tell Magumba I said so. Do me a favor, forget all this, you hear me? Never happened, for your sake. We never spoke. Forget everything. When you give Magumba my message, he'll give you your compensation. Remember, the deal won't be done until you give my message to Magumba. Are we smuggling bombs? Is that what that is? I'm just wondering. Well, what would the difference be, Act? Did you deliver it? Whew, you saved my neck, buddy. Oh, I almost forgot your compensation. You saved my neck, so you get something good. 30 coins. Nice. I mean, not to go too much into it, but Into the Spider-Verse 1, the entire plot was kicked off because someone died, and someone else tried to replace them with an alternate version of them from another universe. I mean, I guess, so, okay. This is going to sound strange because of English, but multiple universes existing within a setting is just unnecessary and stupid, because, hear me out for a second, universes are large. But I have seen some settings, usually in the anime-verse, where there are multiple universes within the same setting that are just, that's whatever, right? That's just people who don't understand scale. A multiverse, contrary to all logic of linguistics, actually refers to something else. It refers to parallel timelines, even though time isn't even mentioned in the thing. This is Arthur. I want to open a new shop, but I need help setting my prices. But since I can't go into a competitor shop, I need research done. So, fire flowers, sleepy sheep, and tasty tonics. I will give one warning for Into the Spider-Verse. They deliberately do this screwy stuff with the frame rate. Now, it's for the style points, but it's also headache-inducing. Also true, Lunaruth. Wait, seriously, Gentleman? Yes, I checked the prices for you. 10 coins for fire flowers. Sleepy sheep are 8. Tasty tonic. 3. I'm almost positive those are actually the right numbers. That's rough. Those are some low prices. I can't believe they're selling that low. Even if I try to compete with them, I don't think I can profit. Certainly helpful information. Here's your reward. Good work. Thanks. Yeah, that's it, our Spruce. And like I said, it's headache-inducing. To me. I know I'm not the only person with that issue, that's why I mention it. If you don't have an issue with it, no problems. My name's Gunther. Please find the guy that pulled off the credit card fraud on me. I'll be in Rogueport Square, so come talk to me. Okay. When does the floor 50 thing unlock, Shadow Machine? Do you know? Or anybody, I guess. Which chapter? Of course they are random. They have computers. 7. Oh, wow. That's way in. Hey, you're here to handle my trouble, aren't you? Listen up. Larson the bandit pulled my credit card fraud and took my dough. I want to rough him up for it, but the guy's too wise. I can never catch him. He's hiding somewhere here in Rogueport, so I want you to find him. Yeah, bandits are... Yeah, I know what bandits are, thank you. There's several, but this one will fess up when you grow him, because he's a demon, apparently. Got some kind of problem? Think you just barge into my hideout, buddy? Probably just jealous. No one's stupid around. It's the perfect hideout spot. Since there's garbage all over the place, just reeks. Who'd want to come here? Alright. It ain't that guy. You'll notice a lot of these initial troubles are all within the same area. They slowly start getting more and more and more involved as we go further. Oh, is it the one behind Frankly? Okay. It's funny, as I even thought about that. I was like, nah, I'll check left first. Probably not Blade Tabal. But I'm guessing, and hear me out, that they're using it as a gag. Got a problem? What are you looking at? Unless you got business to be scram. What? You want me to return the money I swindled? What are you, the fraud police? How did I let myself get caught? Really, dude. Running is just gonna make you tired when I beat your ass. The other day, I saw this guy jumping from roof to roof. Man, he was so dashing. You know, actually, he might have been a bandit. Maybe that's why he was sneaking into chimneys. We'll come back to him later. Yep, Mario's dead, as it should be. Alright, so now to play Super Luigi. Which is just Luigi's Mansion at this point. Really hate how they do that fade to black in this version. I don't even have a good reason why, it just irritates me. I should check the status of the Paper Luigi game. Although this is a bad time to be doing anything Nintendo fan related because their lawyers are off the leash right now. That's not a good thing. Yeah, the leaks are not good. Simplest way to put that. Well, they managed a gigantic... It's what we call a giga... I cannot believe you haven't heard about this. It's called a giga leak because it's a lot. And it's a huge amount of information on all kinds of things with regards to Game Freak, aka the Pokemon people. Now, sure, there's behind-the-scenes information, and there's, like, you know, data on what they're going to do for upcoming movies and upcoming games, and that's all kind of whatever. But there's two things that mean that pretty much guaranteed this is going to be a criminal case when they finally bring people into it. And the only reason they haven't yet is because criminal cases take a moment to set up. They don't just happen, right? Oh yeah, then there's also the damaging aspect of what Act just joked about, which is a joke and not actually true, it's worth noting. But it's already spreading like wildfire, which is already causing its own issues. But I digress. So, yeah, the doxing's the big thing. What is it, like they said, I think like 2,500 different people's personal information was leaked. That's not cool on any level for any reason. There's also source code in there. And the reason I bring up source code is, here's the deal. Here's the thing. Let's say you go ahead and you decide to make your own, you know, paper-based game, right? It looks a lot like Paper Mario, but it's legally distinct, so you're safe, right? We've seen a lot of this over the last, like, 5 or 6 years, as a lot of people have just been making their own versions of games they want because screw it, right? But source code, that is actually copyrightable material, and that is the kind of thing that they actually can 100% come after you for. Source code is effectively actual theft. Even though it's digital, it still qualifies as real criminal theft. So we've got the doxing, which is illegal in several areas, including Japan. And then we've got the source code problem. Now, there's other things, but I don't have to go past that, honestly. That's all that's needed to be said there. I guarantee you they have been working with the police on this for however many days, weeks it's been since the leak happened. And again, because of how criminal proceedings work, they're not going to move forward until they have everything they need. That's how that works. You gather all the evidence first, you make sure that you have a casus belli, I forget what's actually just cause or reasonable cause or whatever it is, and then you move forward to persecution. And that's another thing, because a lot of hackers have this weird impression that they're invincible. And the reason they have that impression is most people don't bother. Because it's usually not worth the effort. It's like, it's whatever, right? Why even make the effort? Game Freak. We just said that, Linearif. Like, all of it. That's why it's a Giga League. Anyways, where was I? Hackers think that they are immune, that they're invulnerable because people don't actually come after them. The problem is, we are at a point in life where very professional and very serious people can track down people like that, no matter what they think, and no matter what they feel. Like, they're not safe. The only thing that actually keeps them safe is nobody is sufficiently motivated to go after them. Exactly, Czar. If Nintendo goes after them, they're going to get them. So there's no winning scenario there. There's no positivity there. Those people are probably going to spend a very long time in prison as a result of this. Probably as part of a plea. So they might only spend like a decade in prison. Only. Cripes, the fraud police. You don't give up easily, do you? You can't make me pay. Yeah, that's the other problem. The rest of us are now going to be screwed over because Nintendo's going to be stamping down a lot more because of this kind of crap. That actually has nothing to do with anything, believe it or not, Czar. That kind of white hat material, that's its own completely separate profession. One time in my life, I won't go into details, there was a problem with digital lies. Let's just call it what it is. And it was so easy and obvious to me that it was lies, but, you know, proving that professionally was another thing. By very interesting coincidence, one of the aforementioned I can't remember what they're actually called. I keep stumbling on the name. It's the people who go after digital criminals. One of those people happened to be in town, physically in town, and was getting on a plane the next day, but my lawyer was actually able to get a hold of him and be like, hey, like, could you come in and, like, tear this to shreds professionally? And the dude was like, sure. And he did. I learned a lot about that kind of field of study while we were there. And lo and behold. Anyways. It's the fraud police. Shoot, you're serious. Fine. I'm a man. Do with me as you will. Hey, it looks like you caught him. Nice. Here's your reward. Thanks. Making bank here. Jesus. There's a lot of dough. I'll take it out on your hide. No, please. Yep, and then he goes and beats up the guy. I mean, most hackers are script kiddies anyways, statistically speaking. Honestly, I stand by what I said earlier. I think they were just flexing. Like, oh man, I did this. I'm so cool. No. Yeah, the ego is definitely what's coming at that there. Unfortunately, the Internet Archive doesn't have quite the resources of Nintendo. I would love for those people to be smashed. Not the archive themselves, the people who hacked them. Listen, Spartan. Come on. You accepted my trouble. I can smell it. How can you... Okay. I found a good lead to make some money, but I sort of forgot about it. So I want you to use shock treatment. So hit me on the head until I remember. But be careful. If you hit me after, I'll forget it again. That's it. I remember now. Buy a sleepy sheep at the shop in Roadport and sell it for a 2-coin profit in Petalburg. I'll let that tip be your reward. Don't spend all the profits. Toad Bros Bazaar announces new shipment of our bestseller Super Luigi. Get your copy today. Sometimes I think I'd be better off not speaking ever. I wish I was still a pig. So, let's buy Super Luigi, Book 1. I mean, if it was done from the inside, that person is never going to have a job again in their life, in addition to whatever criminal charges they're having. That's the only real variance there. Have you ever experienced a time when no matter how hard you tried, you failed, and all the time you spent felt wasted? If you ever feel such pangs of regret, try to remember this tale, the story of a young man's quest to save a sweet princess. The day dawned like any other, but little did Luigi know the letter he was about to receive would forever change his destiny. Sir Luigi, danger besets us on all sides, and we beg your help. The foul chestnut king has stolen our beloved princess. The letter was from Minister Crepe of the Waffle Kingdom, a man well aware of Luigi's many adventures. He knew only Luigi could save them. By the way, just because you might have forgotten, as a reminder, the letter was actually for Mario, but Mario was out, so... Charged with this dire task, Luigi wasted no time in curtailing the heroic meal he was making. Actually, he wrote down what he was working on, and then he packed for his deadly journey, knowing that his older, though less talented brother was on a no doubt inconsequential errand. Luigi took a moment to leave a note. Mix a keel mango with a peachy peach to whip up a fruit parfait. These cryptic words were all Luigi wrote before leaving. Upon reaching the Waffle Kingdom, Luigi was greeted by pure misery, an endless flow of tears over the kidnapping of Princess Eclair. Arriving at the castle, Luigi was greeted by Minister Crepe, who carefully handed him a compass base with only one intact section. Our land once had a special treasure, the marvelous compass. Find its 7 parts and find Eclair. So it began. Okay, so Roxy asks a good question. If we're doing spin-off games, so we've got a Bowser... Like, we actually have a lot of cool ideas for Bowser. What do we do with Daisy? I actually have an idea for that, but I want to hear yours. Yura, what do we do with Daisy? This is Mimoto. I need you to do some shopping. Please come right quick, because I'm starving. I don't know what a backhand game is, and I'm not sure what I want to. Yeah, Daisy definitely has the tomboy thing going for her. She's actually one of my favorite racers in several Mario Karts, just because of her voice clips. Daisy is someone who has, I believe, never had her own game. Unlike Peach, who's had 2 now. Although, it is sad that Peach has had 2 and Bowser's had debatably 2. Yes, she's the yellow Peach. Yeah, that'll do. I did not hear that, Triaxia. Good. Come on. Heelhole Key? You mean the island where the treasure hoard of Cortez, the pirate king, is hidden? You want treasure? Fine, but keep it on for a pirate curse. I'm not worried about pirate curses. No matter how much I work, life never gets any easier for me. You know what I mean? Yes. Ribbit, huh? Oh, yeah, right. You took all my trouble, My wife brought me lunchbox, but it was empty when I opened it. So hungry I could eat a walrus whiskers. You gotta bring me something to eat. How about, anything, as long as it's food. Have a mushroom. That looks right tasty. Oh, that hit the spot. Here's your reward. Thanks. Thanks, mate. And that is all of the vanilla troubles. Oh, they haven't actually done a strike yet. We'll see where that goes. I hope Ubisoft burns. Better to distribute those different workers into different studios. Let the IPs be, you know, spread out to the winds. I don't know, Europe. Because they're real time. No, yeah, whatever. So that was all in town, if you're paying attention. Every single one of those. Now we gotta start drifting a little bit. Good news is we have those brand new teleport pipes, which is gonna make this so much easier. It's me, Kupook, wandering hide-and-seek champion. I'm hiding somewhere in Hooktail Castle right now. If you find me, I'll give you a member's card. So hang on. I like the idea of Daisy and Luigi both being in the same game. So... Yes, I know Luigi has his own games. And he does. 3 of them. No, we're doing the dating sim with Bowser act, obviously. You know, hear me out for a second. Obviously, we could have done a beat-em-up with Bowser, and that would work, but wait. Why don't we twist that a little bit? Why don't we do something else with Bowser? There's a lot of things we could do with Bowser, but Daisy? Let's make the beat-em-up a Daisy game. And let's put it into the spectacle fighter territory. So it's all about being as ridiculous and over the top as possible. You know, bouncing people off of a golf club before smacking them off the screen kind of stuff, right? Right. Yes, Daisy's a girl! But it's okay, I have it on good authority that females can, in fact, be involved in beat-em-ups. Honestly, there's a lot of management-y. In the strategy over umbrella of genres, there's a lot of stuff we can do with Bowser. Like the grand strategy thing that was mentioned, or like kingdom management. Or the castle builder, which I actually like the idea of. Ah, that sucks, Braven. Is it anarcho-Marxist? I don't know. You're awfully quick to deny the truth, J'accuse! Apparently they moved this person in the remake. I mean, I would too, Brooklyn. Having undergone several things without anesthetic, I'd rather be asleep, if given the choice. It did escalate to something else, though, although we don't talk about that in public. How would Bowser do a sneaking section? Oh, no, I told you exactly what would happen. So pretend for a moment that this is like a guard right here, right? And I'm playing as Bowser. So you're like, Kong, 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 Kong. You didn't see me! Ah! I'm not even joking. I don't know how many AoEs equipped right now. I guess we'll do this. Yeah, they cower so they literally can't see him. If you want to turn it into gameplay, what I would do is I would make it so that each type of enemy has a different type of thing that they're scared of. So you have to figure out what specific thing scares them, and then use that. So they go, ah! Ivy from Batman. Jeez, I have no words. Yeah, a couple of like you say, charges, currency, essentially. Every mission you get like 2 or 3 or whatever, something properly balanced, of, no really, you're just intimidated. We're not friends anymore, Shadow Machine. It's a reverse horror game. That's exactly what I thought it would be. Dang it. Hang on, Roman Cure. Go away. Now, contrarily, what I would do for Waluigi is I'd really lean into the sports thing. Like you were saying for Daisy. I mean, Waluigi's shtick has pretty much always been the sports games. He's in almost every single one of them. And, like, canonically, he is actually really good at tennis and soccer and all that. So, yeah, just lean into that. Make him the sports guy. Make him the one who's actually, like, the best kart racer in the next Mario Kart game. Yep. Soon I was known as the hide-and-seek Koopa. Pook. I thought it was you. We used to be neighbors back when we were barely shell-high. Oops, is that you? It is Koops. Same Koops always had to be it when we played hide-and-seek. You never found me, not even once. I can't believe you finally did it. Yeah, I remember back then. That one day you hid and no one ever found you. Right, that was the very day I decided to become the hide-and-seek Koopa. Ever since that day, I've hidden, stuck and hid my way through life. Yep, that was a big day. But since you found me this time, I'll give you what I promised. Now play a minigame. I don't need this. I'm off. Time to go look for a new hiding place. Wish me luck. Still gonna have a lot to learn about hiding if you found me. Thanks. Jackass. Actually, you know what? Wrestling. Make a Waluigi wrestling game. WWF style. Years, Trixia. 10 years! Tens of thousands of years. Yep, the garlic lead. I used to like some of the old arcade wrestling games, but that was a long time ago. And I've never played any of the more recent ones. No. I'm stand by it. We need a spectacle fighter for Daisy. Yeah, but Wario already has his own franchise. Which, weirdly enough, is doing its own thing. I get you, but like, you know, he's already got his own franchise. He's fine. If you mean this window, I cannot get up there. It's too tall. If you mean this window, I cannot get up there. It's too tall. I'll wait for a moment for Roman Cure to verify or deny that these are the windows in question. Oh no, you'd be playing as Waluigi. The whole point is that we're trying to come up with games where, you know, you're actually playing, where it's their game, right? Like, we have games where you play as Waluigi. We need a game where Waluigi, it's his game, right? Like this is a Mario game. Same concept. Oh, you can Blade Ball, but I stand by my point. I want to play as Waluigi, the wrestler. Who's wrestling his way up the ranks. And doing his own thing. Just like I want to play as Daisy, beating the crap out of everybody. And Bowser, managing his kingdom. This just leaves Toad. What do we do with Toad? We do have Captain Toad for Toad. That's actually true. And it's actually a really weirdly good game. I highly recommend it for anybody interested. Ideally, I would let you choose Blade Ball. And it would probably change who your final boss is. If you play the straight, whatever that's called, you end up going against Wario. If you end up playing as the heel, you end up going up against Mario. Bowser Jr.? Well, nobody likes Bowser Jr., so he doesn't need a game. We're good, we're good. However, the Koopa kids, the Koopalings, big difference. Everyone loves the Koopalings. No, Spartan. I actually woke up early and I feel pretty tired, so I do apologize for that. That's true, Glitzville. I got up at 6 today. Okay, hang on. You've challenged me. Let's go ahead and focus on Bowser Jr. for a second. So... Sure. I'll go listen to you. I have not. I've never even heard of it, Triaxion. Yeah, I was thinking something Okami inspired. Because, yeah, I like the idea of the painting concept. And can we not have Bowser Jr. just be a dick? Just once, can we have him actually have a character other than being a dick? Damn it, Eternus! What did I just say? God damn you. Murphy, you must have got my request. Good, good. Truth be told, I'm in a touch lonely here with nobody to talk to. Since you're here, why don't you relax for a bit? Indulge in old Koopa. To tell you the truth, I've got a few things to say about kids these days. Their tempers are too short for their own good, for one. Makes me want to give them a good stern finger wagging. Oh, I was shopping at the Toad Bros Bazaar the other day. I was trying to pay and my coin purse was stuck closed, and the kid behind me said, "Hey, geezer, want to pay so we can get out before the sun goes down?" Now, I may be a geezer, but sundown was clearly taking longer than I was. Clearly. Speaking of sundown, reminds me of dating the missus back before she was the missus. Always had to have her hold my sundown. Yes, sir, her pa was an absolute maniac. Yep, I'd keep my eye on the missus, the eye on the sun, and off the face of the missus. Gentlemanly, huh? Actually, it's sort of awkward, kind of blinding in a painful sort of way. Just thinking about it makes me feel awkward. Isn't memory grand? But that's not what I was talking about. Now, where was I? Oh, that's right. Kids today. They know nothing about patience, I tell you. I want to stand up and yell, "Hey, you punks, be more patient right now." Speaking of which, I think I proclaimed my love for the missus in a loud voice. Yep, she was leaving on the train and I yelled it from the platform, like in a movie. Now, where was it I yelled her? Something about a shell? Oh, wait, I think I've strayed from my main point again. Or, wait, did I? Anyway, me and the missus were madly in love. Head over shells, I tell you. No, wait, my point was something about kids today, right? Ah, whatever. Oh, my dear sweet missus, the way you combed my eyebrows. Such tenderness. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. Anyway, you get my point. Sorry I had to listen to all that. Wasn't too boring, though, I'd wager. I'm just happy to get a little FaceTime with the youth of today. Oops, forgot to set out the tea. Aren't I an old ninny? My apologies. In fact, I haven't even added the hot water part. Awful sorry. Have a leaf. Cook it, you can make some amazing tea. Oh, and if you change your mind, you can come back and listen to me nap anytime. We put an onion on her belt, because that was the style at the time. Hi, Evo. Okay, hold up. I like the idea that Bowser Jr. is trying to save his dad. How many of you have actually played the Mario and Luigi games remakes on the 3DS? Answer is, of course, nobody. Because nobody played those games. Because even though they're actually really good games, they came out extremely late on the 3DS's life cycle when the Switch was already doing its own thing. The games bombed, the company was millions of yen in debt, and ended up getting shut down. That all sucks. Yeah, those games were sent to die. And I want to stress, those are good games. I recommend them if you can get a hold of them via whatever methods you have available to you. Our shop inventory is low. I need help. Someone help me restock. Please come to the shop in Rogueport Square. Okay. Sure. Oh, it's solid, Spartan. I highly recommend it, if you can get a hold of it. I hope it gets ported to the Switch, because it deserves to get some love. Along with Bowser's Inside Story, which is the other one. But the reason I bring all this up is Bowser Jr. gets some much-needed characterization, and more importantly, character arc in those remakes. That's where I want to go with Bowser Jr. The Bowser Jr. who's developed and worked and is more of a person than just, I'm a bad kid. So, let's start with that as a starting point for the character, for the personality, right? I still like the painting idea. Unfortunately... Aw. I was hoping for a message from someone telling me how their appointment went. Oh, well. Alright, so, painting game. Well, I mean, the problem is that story's been told, Blade Javal, in the RPGs I just mentioned. Hear me out for a second, though. Puzzle-focused RPG, right? It's honestly, I don't even want to say RPG. I guess that would just be an adventure game. Puzzle-focused adventure game, okay? Kind of like Okami, so kind of Zelda-y. You paint, the stuff you paint happens, the stuff that happens helps you progress. That's the core loop, right? And yeah, you're trying to rescue Bowser. And of course, Bowser, as we know, is actually a pretty good father, so he's like, you know, supportive and helpful, and Bowser Jr. is like, I gotta help my pop. Scribblenauts, but less abstract, I think is the word I want to use there. Are you plenty? You'll never get your own shop. Never! Are you plenty? Ah, you've accepted my trouble, huh, fellow? I'm having a really hard time finding courage shells. I need you to bring 5 courage shells. Oh my god, okay. Okay. Okay, hang on. I need you to store some stuff. Let's go ahead and store the... that, and that. There we go. Yeah, exactly, Umbral Magnus. So which character would have an Ace Attorney-like? So I do like the idea of an Ace Attorney-like set in Marioverse. I mean, the Marioverse is already kind of that particular vibe of fantastical. A shy guy. Meow, 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 meow. Nice, act. As it should be. Oh, Toadette. Oh, because Eternus asked something earlier about Toad. The thing is, Toad, we don't have a lot for Toad, really. But whenever Toad's playable, and he has been playable a few times, he actually has, he's pretty consistent about his traits. He's faster. Jesus Christ. He's faster. And he's stronger, like he can carry more stuff. Which is one of the reasons I wanted to give the Mushroom Kingdom faction in the 4X game a worker, like a worker bonus, right? Production bonus. But that's all we have for Toad. Like, personality-wise, there's not much there. I need to go this way. He also can barely jump, that's true. Or can't jump at all, thanks for that, Captain Toad. If we were going to make a design game... Let me chew on that for a second. I would buy the crap out of a Mario Ring Fit game. At least if it was as well designed as the original Ring Fit is. Ooh, I like that Dream Whisperer. Oh, it'd be so fun, Berlin. Woohoo! Clunk. Bragwin knows this. But you want to hear a fun fact about the Ring Fit? I bought so many copies of Ring Fit for so many of my friends and family members that I actually was banned from buying more copies of it because I'd hit my cap of purchasing that one object and one thing. Dead serious. There's a cap. I didn't know. There's a cap. What is Ring Fit? So, if I describe it to you in one sentence, it won't really get it across, but it's an exercise game. It's there to help you exercise. It comes with, I think mine's in storage. In fact, I think mine's right here. Yep. It comes with a Pilates ring, and it was almost a scalp. I was just giving them to people. It comes with its own ring, and that allows you to... no, not yet, Kitten Fan. We're going down the list. It allows you to do various exercises, right? And it's really well designed. That's the kick. That's the thing that makes Ring Fit so awesome and why I bought it for so many people. Is because real thought was put into what kind of enemies you would face. It's an RPG, by the way. What kind of enemies you would face, what they're weak to, encouraging you to then do different types of exercises so you can get a full range of exercise. It also has a custom mode to just do whatever exercises you want to. It also has a super bonus hard mode to focus on a specific type of exercise. Stuff like that, right? It's kind of awesome. And it is a legitimately good workout. For anybody who is trapped at home, you know, during the pandemic, it was a really, really good way to stay actively fit and physically active. And I sing its praises constantly because it was some real actual thought was put into it, which I was not expecting. Yeah, I'm hoping they do a sequel or a successor. Yeah, it's for the Switch. It's been around for a while. There's a full campaign, and then there's like a hard mode campaign, which is after that. Because again, it's an RPG. Like there's levels and abilities you can equip, stuff like that. Time Splitters. There it is. And then Simpsons Hit and Run. And then Starfield. Thank you very much, Offshore Twitch account. I've got that down for all three. Oh, jeez, Linareth. We got an Ultra Shroom for that. Jesus. It's effectively an Ultra Shroom for 10 coins, so that's crazy. We're gonna store that immediately, of course. We don't need a 50 health item right now. We only have 15. Which ones, if you don't mind answering, which routines? No, thank you, Offshore Twitch account. I do appreciate your support, really. Especially now. Okay, so that was chapter 1's. We should only have a few left at this point. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, we should have 9 quests left. I'm getting up there in years, so I want some life insurance. A life shroom. I'm in no big hurry, but sometime before my time comes would be nice. Please meet me in the Great Tree in Bogger Woods. Okay. Now, I don't want to lose a life shroom, so we're going to buy an extra one here. If I can get through the door! Gotcha, Braven. I do like the idea of a Mario Kart builder, but I love the idea of an airship builder. I don't know if you know this, Eternus. Once upon a time, I had to have been, oh god, how old would I have been? I was pretty young. The second one, well, whatever. It was sometime between 5th grade and 8th grade, somewhere in that range. I sat down with some graph paper that I'd gotten from school, stolen from school, and I just sat there and sketched out airship designs. And it was I think I've told this story before, because it was effectively me kind of sketching out exactly, you know, where the positioning would be and how the jumps would be. And it was actually kind of level building. It was just a really, really crude form of it, right? Well, I want that. I want an airship builder. I've wanted that since I was like 12, however old that would have been. 12, 13, 11, somewhere in that range. Mario Airship Racer? Other than aesthetics, what's different about it, though? I'm not saying I wouldn't like that aesthetically, but again, that's just Mario Kart again, right? So, what's different about it? Congrats, real. Cannons. That sounds more like Crazy Taxi at that point, which, by the way, a Crazy Taxi Bowser Jr. game would totally be awesome. How much can I vouch for MechWarrior 5? So, I haven't touched it at all. My brother-in-law swears by it, though. You're that gent who said you helped me out, right? I'm counting on you. I'm getting on in years, so I feel safer I had a life mushroom around. Here you go. Oh, you got one. A life mushroom. Lovely. Thank you, Martio. You made it before I actually needed it. Whew. Here, take this reward. A life mushroom's like health insurance. Does that defend against old age? Anyways. Listen, Eternals. I mean, I do too. But that is an itch that is rarely scratched. I mean, I'm going to be blunt. I have had 2 good MechWarrior games in the last 20 years. One of them is MechWarrior 4 Mercenaries, which was 20 years ago, and the other one's Battletech, which is like 5. Piranha Plant Growth Simulator game. That sounds kind of cool. Pianta Parlor's now having its grand opening event. Whoever takes this request gets token appropriation from Lala, the cute kitty boo. Aww. Wait, what's the third one, Kitten Fan? So I imagine the second one is Zesties. Don't worry, for those of you bored of us doing side quests, we're actually almost done. These are pretty swift and pretty reliable and pretty decent. Like, these are decently good secondary quests. A couple of these are a little bit aggravating when you get later on. Like, get to floor 50 kind of stuff. But... so the coins, these Pianta tokens here. You can get 1 Pianta for 3 coins. You can't change Piantas back to coins. Yeah. Grab some coins, please. Hello there, Mario. Welcome to the parlor. Oh, you took my trouble. That's so super. Okay, here's your token appreciation. Ah, gotcha, Kitten Fan. Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. All 3 of those make sense. What's the matter? You look disappointed. 10 Pianta tokens of appreciators are way better than just 1. Go on, enjoy the parlor. Play, win! Yeah, what's my rewards? I am a called Pianta changer. I exchange 1 Pianta for 3 coins. Yeah, I'm good. I actually want to buy stuff. I don't know where to buy stuff from. Traded my winnings. Okay, here we go. What can we buy here? We won't beat this game tomorrow, Eva. Let's put it to you that way. Okay, so Cake Mix, which is actually really valuable. AFP plus, HP plus. Refund, which is really good if you're doing an item-heavy build. Super Appeal, which is really good if you're doing a star appeal, or a star build. but nothing for us, I think. Yes, I would consider this a long game, legitimately. I also consider this one of the best RPGs ever made. I actually honestly anticipate this being our highest rated RPG that isn't Diablo 3. So, number 2 slot. It's also been interesting going through and reviewing certain aspects of it, because it's going to be relevant when we get to the big ones. Okay, so... yeah, the pure danger build is crazy in this one. Just sit there at 1 health and hit things for 50. Hey, pillars of snow. Oops. I need you to save my dad. I'll be waiting at the entrance to the pit of 100 trials. Here's the 31. Thank. No, Savacom. I would never say that Breath of Fire is anything other than the most amazingest, most incrediblest. Please don't kill me. Look, I'm not a good liar. I've never been a good liar. Oh, actually, hang on while we're here. Breath of Fire 3 is a game that could use a remaster. Not a remake. Just a remaster, I think, would polish up Breath of Fire 3 to be a truly excellent game. Breath of Fire 1 and 2, not so much. They need an overhaul. Okay, so now we need 6 more badge points, which is 2 more levels. A remaster could cover the ending being shuffled around, so in my opinion. No, that sounds awesome, Blade Taval. Hang on, so I want to read that out loud for the crowd. So you have an airship. So you have airship races, which include different types of courses in a single track. So instead of just going through a short track, you run through a leg of a course, and then record a running time for each leg, similar to what they did in Mario Kart 7, if you remember. The winner isn't who wins the most leg, it's who ends up with the best cumulative time. Some courses include open areas, which would probably have multiple different routes depending on what you want to do or what kind of build you have. And close quarters, combat, and you build your own airship to best fit your perfect playstyle, but you need to balance it so it works in other areas. That sounds awesome. Make that game right now, Blade Taval. That's a good point, Shadow Machine. Well, Evo's the one making games right now, so you gotta talk to her. This is it, I think? Yep. So, this... I'm sorry, I find this hilarious. I'm probably stupid. Yeah, this is where we get the spike shield. Sure. Just go ahead and tell me, Shadow Machine. So that only takes 3. I'm loath to lose Lucky Start, but Spike Shield is just way too useful for basically every situation. So we're going to switch that on right now. No, but Spike Shield allows you to step on anybody who's spiky, which, if you're paying attention, is a lot of enemies. It was already useful in the last game. It's much more useful here because you can do so much to specifically buff your jump. Speaking of which, I can afford Jumpman right now. So let's unequip Quake Hammer while we're doing that. And that leaves me 2. Oh, nice, Shadow Machine. Yeah, that is a much improved thing. Tornado Jump. Yeah, because I feel like being worthless. Let's go with Multi-Bounce. So an ace combat game. First of all, I love me some fighter games. We have too few of those as is. Flight fighter games. Combat flight sims is, I think, the technical term for that. So, if we're gonna, Mario doesn't fit that quite as well. It fits a lot of settings, but it doesn't quite fit Mario. However, put a gun to my head, which you do all the time for some... I don't know why you do that. It's kind of... You know, it's just starting to get to me a little bit. Make it about playing as a Luigi. Make it so that your Cloud is your fighter, right? And that's what varies. That's what changes up your loadout and whatnot. And you're going up against, you know, other Luigi's. You're going up against all the para enemies. You're going up against, like, airships. There's plenty of flying enemies, just most of them aren't really fast, right? And yeah, like, rather than missiles, you can be like, and fling lightning bolts or spinies. Spinies would be like dumb bombs, right? No guidance, so just... Took on my trouble? Thank the stars. This is just terrible. My dad went into the pit of 100 trials. He never came out. He lost his job and said the only way to support us was the pit's treasure. But I don't need treasure. I just want my dad back. Kid, you will not eat if you don't have treasure. Love and kindness are good and all, but you need to eat. First attack and bump attack badges don't work, so be aware. I don't remember them actually telling you that originally. I should actually probably bring Goombella down here to get a bunch of tattles. How far down is this one? 18, apparently. Pretty sure I did put on Jumpman. And I did. Rosalina. Oh hey, Fog. The worst status effect in the game. And that's why. More hidden gems. Oh god, I don't know. Okay. Hidden gem on the NES. Dig Dug 2. It's a puzzle game that most people haven't heard of because they've only heard of Dig Dug 1. Oh my god! Fog! And on the SNES, let's see. Yeah, 3 in a row is extremely bad luck on that. I'm guessing I get a clear bonus for the first time I clear each floor, by the way. At least that's the vibe I'm getting. I am not used to having this much gold in this game. This is great. I'm gonna buy some stuff after this. Rosalina. That's a Gloomba. They're like dark, damp places. Stronger than normal Goombas, so be careful. It's not a healthy color combo for a Goomba, but it doesn't mean it's sick or anything. So don't show any mercy. So the problem is, I could see a lot of ways Rosalina would be really good for, like, other games. But a Rosalina-centric game, I'm having issues with that. Oh, we've already got several ideas for Rosalina as either a mercenary or a faction in the 4X game. See, that's kind of what I was thinking, Game Whisperer. That's why I say mercenary. It's the wrong word. You know how in Stellaris there's those groups where you can, like, trade them for knowledge or resources or research or whatever, right? They don't really have a faction. They don't have a base or anything like that. They're not on the map. They're just something you can interact with. Something like that is kind of what I was picturing. So how overleveled am I? So the Pit of 100 Trials, every 10 levels, increases its relative difficulty. So this is stuff designed for if you're at the very beginning of the game, in Chapter 1. We're in Chapter 5. And I know what I'm doing, and I have both power-up badges that I'm probably ever going to get. I'm probably never getting another power-up badge. There are ways to get them. They're not likely to happen for me. Oh, the Bentusi. Yeah, I kind of like the Bentusi. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and recommend Evo to you, Anachromaxist. Search for Eden. It's not actually a good game. But I can't think of any good games on the SNES that are unknown. I can think of plenty of bad ones. A NES game with a surprisingly rich story. No. There are NES games with story. In fact, most NES games have story. But a rich story? Nope. Yeah, maybe Mother 1. Like, there's several RPGs that have stories. I mean, there's a lot of games that have stories on the NES. But, like, you know. No, NES Act. NES. On floor 8. Let's not skip. Damn it. Yeah, that's the problem. I can think of plenty of games on the SNES that have deep stories. You got it, Turnus. Now, as payment for that game, I'm going to need you to give me a perfectly spherical chicken of uniform density. Yeah, if we're counting Evo, I suppose we could also count ActRaiser. ActRaiser is a weird one. It's not a very good platformer, it's not a very good city builder, but it's kind of both. So, you know, it's there. Kirby Flight Sim. I mean, we do have Air Ride. Hey, look, a badge I will never use. This is the Pit of 100 Trials, but I don't see any enemies in this room. At least there's a pipe to take us back to the entrance if you want to bail. Then again, we'd have to fight our way back down to this level again. Better think it through. There's the Pit of 100 Trials. That pipe seems down forever. Still, the air seems kind of fresh here. I guess it's flowing down from above, huh? Any thoughts about Frostpunk 2? Very looking forward to it. So, Zelda. Zelda spin-off games. The most obvious one by far, so much so that there's actually 2 that exist in the, screw it, I'll do it myself category of games. Zelda Dungeon Maker. Such an obvious idea, they even did it as a minigame at the Link's Awakening remaster. There's Link's crossbow training if you want something that barely qualifies as a game. I don't know, I think most of the usual suspects would qualify for something like Zelda. I'm not ignoring you, Anarchomaxist. You don't have to repeat yourself. I actually never did play Triforce Heroes, and do not own it, and never plan to. Yeah, they did make a Zelda Dynasty Warriors. In fact, they made 2. Play both of them. They're pretty solid. The problem is there's not a lot of Zelda-esque games that aren't Zelda games. Not really. So, I suppose I'll give it to Darksiders by default, because I actually can't think of any other off the top of my head. No, Tunic is a Dark Souls game. Doesn't look like one, but it is. I've actually never played Alundra. It's on the list. Yeah, I was thinking about Federation Force 2 when it comes to Metroid spin-offs. We've had a few Metroid spin-offs. Like the pinball game. Yes, really. Not personally act. Sonic Spinball. Yeah, Sonic has plenty of spin-offs. For good and for bad. Oh gosh, Rage of All. Emphasis on a combination of combat and puzzle. Big spectacle boss fights at the end. Progression being unlocked via methods such as new item usage, which gives you access to new areas, new moveset, new kit. Usually at least a decent amount of story emphasis. Basic stats, health. Yeah, very, very big emphasis on dungeon design. That's probably what I'd call a Zelda game. By the way, this is why I don't want to do the Pit of 100 Trials, no really, because even though we're, like, absolutely sweeping everything, it just takes forever. It's everything wrong with the Tapture 3 arena fights. but worse because there's not 20 fights. There's 100. That's why we're probably not fighting Bone Tail this particular playthrough, is because that would involve sitting down for like 2 or 3 hours and going on. So what's the difference between Zelda design and Metroid design? Very good question. So they're different designs, and you can tell the difference when you look at them. If you play Super Metroid and you play Link to the Past, they are different games. That's how you tell the difference. That probably sounds like I'm being facetious, but it 100% isn't. See, there's this interesting thing about definitions. The moment you try to sit down and write down definitions with linguistics, the moment you actually try to sketch it out in words, the definitions break apart instantly. And there's just way too many ways to break those down. Word definitions have never worked. Fine. Yeah, exactly. Definitions are something we came up with to try and help categorize life. They're not rules of reality. Yes, Eternus. Is there a problem with this? I do this to my real-life viewers all the time. Whap! No to both, please, Kitten Fan. I already know it's there anyways. Damn right. I knock you out of the audience. Is that this week random? Jesus, I've lost all track of time. See you around, Kenneth Scout. Or conversely, don't, Shadow Machine. Actually, I am, Ross. I'm not looking forward to anything else about that day, but I'm looking forward to playing Super Metroid again. I know, I already played it earlier this year. I don't care. I'll take any excuse to play Super Metroid. Really? What's, I shouldn't give that definition, I just realized. That's probably polemic. Side-scrollers that aren't... Side-scrollers. Metroidvanias that aren't side-scrollers or FPS. Dark Souls. Now, I know. Dark Souls games are kind of their own thing. In fact, if you know, I actually specifically call Dark Souls Souls-likes. But especially Dark Souls 1, which is much more of a Metroidvania than several of the other ones. Yeah, absolutely. By the way, I'm just kind of showcasing how useful Spike Shield is here. Spiked Clefas. But I have 5 jump damage, so... Yeah, there's some pretty strong similarities between Souls-likes and Metroidvanias. However, if that isn't sufficient for you, I actually do have another example, believe it or not. Castlevania Curse of Darkness, which is on the PS2. It's essentially, we have Soden at home. Whoops. But it's surprisingly fun for what it is. Yeah, it's multi-bonk. Let's see if we can get a good bonk off. Nope! That was a terrible bonk. Oh well. Waste of everything. The most uninformative game genre? Action game. Yeah. Or action-adventure if you want to go even more generic. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, we should probably save him. That's pine tea. There's a beaten up me lying on the ground. Huh? What? Who are you? Ah! Did you come here just to save me? In that case, I have to get back to my life. Show me the way out. I will also never use the terms immersive sim ever. It's such a dumb definition. Or dumb genre name, excuse me. Definition's fine. I just hate the genre name. I mean, you're right, Glitzville. It's probably because most Metroidvanias are built off of your classic platformer elements, right? Again, one of the hallmarks of a Metroidvania is not just using keys to unlock doors, but gaining new navigation kit, which changes how you interact with the level, which works better if you have a level, which is easier to do in 2D. I'm on my way home. Whee! So this is only floor 20, by the way. Nothing I want. What are you doing down here? That's true, Glitzville. Well, a lot of Zelda games have platforming. Aww. Yeah, selling item at highest prices. Because you don't have another vendor down here, so what else are you going to do? Actually, yes, it turned us. That's what I was just checking. One moment, I want to double check something else really quick here. Super quick, super quick. Okay. So we just did down here. For 21 to 29 is stuff we could handle easily. Then we get Zap Tap, which is not bad. We could get Pity Plower on 40. But yeah, we have to go all the way down to 50 for the Strange Sack. Oh, yeah. And I'm pretty sure floor 50 is beyond us right now. Let's see, what's down to 50? Ooh. Hyperclefts, Parabuzzies, Shady Koopas, Dark Paratroopas, Bulky Bob-ombs. Actually, that's kind of in a range right now. That's Chapter 5 stuff, going down to 50, which I suppose makes sense. Yes, but I don't remember anything about it right now. His memory is hard. Okay, it's very difficult. Okay? I have to reach out to the brain and be like, look, brain, I need you to work with me. Brain. Okay, focus. Okay. Remember what Forever Skies is. Okay, you're not remembering anything. Why aren't you remembering anything? Oh my god. Forever Skies. I have looked into it. I really have. Which one is this one? It's early access. Yep, no. That's why I just kind of mentally unchecked it. Early access games aren't out yet, so I just kind of push them aside. But yeah, this looked a lot like Satisfactory with a bit more combat of an element, which sounds awesome. And I remember when this one was announced, like I was actually watching that particular game show when they first announced it. So I suppose that answers your question. No, I will be right back. Another nice thing about the troubles, that is to say the side quests in this game, is a lot of them point to other activities, like the Pit of Trials, or cooking, or the mini-games in the parlor, or the concept that trading exists in this game. Now, it existed in the last game, but nothing anywhere actually indicated that you could, buy items at one store and sell them at another one. You just have to do that yourself and figure it out for yourself. So it's some good guidance on top of everything else. I think we're going to go for it. Wish me luck. I might have to start bringing Vivian at a certain point. That's a spiky Goomba. There's a spiky Goomba that lives in dark places. That's pretty high, huh? I'm sure you know this, but try not to jump on the spike. I wonder if I'd look like that if I stayed down here long enough. I'd rather not think about that. Are there tanning salons in Rogueport? Yeah, it's called The Beach. Remember, don't jump on them, whatever you do. Now we sit here. And now we sit here some more. Yes, chat died. You killed it, Eternus! Why did you kill my chat, Eternus? Why? That's my job! Yes, poo chat. Oh, we're at the point where we're starting to get a little bit of experience, too. You know, I've always wondered, why does that particular emoji, or emote, have a wrench? And do I want to know? steals a coin from me. I'm a billionaire. Mechanomes. You know, that would make a lot of sense. It is very cute. What's the name of that emote? Ohio. Literally, Linerith. Whap, whap. Do I have... I do not. I need so many more levels. I need 2 more levels for that. And then I kind of want Lucky Start, and I kind of want Flower Saver. I do want to eventually lose HP plus and FP plus, but I can't actually do that until I've, you know, I guess this is risky, but you know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna get Power Plus P now. We're just gonna make that. We're just gonna pull that Band-Aid off, and then we'll work up towards getting Flower Saver and Lucky Start. Yeah. Oh god, I've got another Power Plus P. I need 2 more levels for Power Plus P. Oh my god, I need so many levels. I got badge problems, yo. I need more badge points. Oh, this game sucks, Mr. Red. It's actually a shame that first tap doesn't work down here. It would really speed this place up. Or first strike, or whatever it's called. The one where you don't even have to fight them. You just kill them because they're at the gray line. Much of the problem with this place isn't actually the hard stuff, it's getting to the hard stuff. Once you get down to a certain level, you start seeing enemies that are only in here. And they are the super optional trash, and they are mean. But even getting to them is just such a chore. And that's why I've only done this, like, 3 times, I want to say, ever. I love this game to death, but this is a long, long climb down. And unlike Stardew Valley, you can't just retain progress every 5 floors. That's kind of terrifying, Eternus. Cool. But I'm gonna stick with terrifying, I think. I mean, the pit is just arduous until you get to the hard stuff. Baseball's terrible. So I don't blame you on that one. Don't care. They have max star power. I'll show off the new star ability we got at some point, I swear. Probably when we're further down. We might actually gain a level down here. 2 levels would be great, but I doubt that. When I was actually going for my max level run, I did do the pit specifically to level. Because the experience you can get in here is real. Gotta have the Amazy Daisies. I forget which floor they start showing up at. Damn it, Eternus. Stop thinking about the extent. Not that I don't appreciate it. I mean, yeah, there's that whole barrier to entry thing and everything. Actually, Diablo 4 is pretty bad about that. Not as bad as Diablo Immortal, but pretty bad. Listen, kid fan. I still need more badge points. I can't raise my FP anymore. I need more badge points. Oh, man. Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 is actually a really funny one, because it's like, hey, check it out. Here's 80 different kinds of items. All of them are functionally the same thing, though. No, seriously. Like, there's 4 different types of drop things, and all of them just give you items which are then used for crafting mats. But instead of just giving you the 4 bags, which they actually did start doing by later expansions, but still, and instead of just giving you the 4 crafting mats, they're like, okay, here you go. Here's like 700 different items. Like, how much dev time was put into making all the crap that shows up in your inventory in Guild Wars 2 when all of it was completely wasted, because it's all effectively grays. Oh god, if I only get to make one game, Eternus, what would I make if I can only make one game? Hey, off the deeper end. That sounds awesome. I'm going to steal your food, just so you know. Just one more badge, and I'll finally be able to go to Tahiti. I can't do fish, so no, kitten fans. My mother loves fish tacos. I used to have my own garden. Nothing compares to homegrown tomatoes, I'm just saying. Or nothing tomato-wise, I mean. Like, you get tomatoes at the grocery store, and they're just not the same at all. Smell different too, which I suppose makes sense because they're quite literally fresher. You want to hear the weirdest one for me? Grapefruit. How many of you have ever even had grapefruit that wasn't from a grocery store? Obviously I have, since I'm bringing this up. Would you believe grapefruit can actually be quite sweet? Like, you picture grapefruit, you probably picture that kind of very sharp, acidic taste, right? Homegrown grapefruit are incredible. So here's 30. Actually, over halfway there now. There's Zap Tap, which is actually really good, but we're already low on badge points. Can I make that happen? Yeah, probably not. Hang on, let's hang on. Let's do this first of all. Yeah, I still want 6 more for that. Oh my god, I'm never gonna make it. Okay. I could lose the regen, but honestly, I don't want to lose the regen, especially not in here. I could lose Last Stand. That only gives me 2. I could lose multi-bounce, but I keep getting use out of it. Although we're about to get to the point where I don't have use for it. So you know what? Yeah, let's lose multi-bounce. Now I can get Zap Tap. Oh man, homegrown apples. That's another one. I think I've mentioned before, I did actually live on my grandfather's farm for a while there, and thus learned a bit about certain types of foods and groupings and work and all sorts of things like that. Anyways, point being, homegrown apples. Holy crap, yo. And cherries. And pomegranate, actually, was the other weird one. Every year we'd have a huge harvest of pomegranate, which usually turned into jelly, but we also just eat some. Just chunk. Listen, I'm not at liberty to divulge whether I'd be an Earth Pony or a Pegasi, but I think we all know the answer to that. Oh yeah, watermelon, that's another one. You ever have homegrown watermelon? Oh. By the way, I know I'm not really showcasing this, but our current setup, and part of the reason I'm so badge heavy, is the fact that I can one-shot hypercliffs by jumping on them. I just want you to think about how impressive that is. Yeah, we're pretty close to a level where we can get more badge points. Oh yeah, blackberries. I hate picking blackberries because the spines, the needles. I don't know. The stuff. Come on. Yeah, those things don't make sense. I do love blackberries. We used to pick them regularly, but man, it's frickin' thorns. I have never had gooseberry pie. This might not be a bad time to show off our ability. I should have done it earlier. Oh. Yeah, let's show this off. So, the latest star power we just had. Art Attack. Yeah, that's... I used to be pretty decent about this on the GameCube, so we'll see how this goes on the Switch. Piercing damage too, by the way. So you just kind of destroy things with that. Now it does take 4 star power, so that's a very much just make the end. It's your erase button. That's what it is. It's the no really, just die. Match points. So I actually have had a wish sandwich, although I've only had 1 slice of bread, not 2. You can also focus the damage on whatever you want to grab. It's okay, 1 more level and I'll be done getting badge points for now. Maybe. I might get more badge points, I'm not sure. I'll think about it. But I absolutely bare minimum need 3 more badge points. So, 1 more level. My favorite type of game? You know, I've actually asked myself that question several times over the years. The answer I always come up with is no. Like, on the one hand, you could say, oh, it's clearly RPG. Nah. It's clearly RPGs, right? Well, no. I mean, I have a lot of favorite games that are RPGs, but eh. Platformers? Well, no. Okay. Well, surely it's, strategy games. Eh. problem I've come to over the years is that I don't really have a favorite genre of anything. Movie, game, show, music. That's a good question. Why does it have sunglasses down here? I just like good games. Having said that, given a chance and resources to make my own game, what genre would I make it in? Same question for the crowd. You get to make one game. What genre do you make? What genre do you focus on for that? Let's assume that this isn't your first game, okay? Let's assume you've already learned how to make a game and you've already built your first game, and now you're making your final game, right? You're making your Suikoden 2. I hate to do this, but honestly, this is just going to be mean if we don't. That's just too many enemies. 5 enemies of any type that I can't AoE around. Yeah, let's just get rid of those. Just hit the erase button. I do like that idea, Sean. I could be playing a shooter right now instead of an RPG. Wouldn't that be amazing? If you put a gun to my head, which you do a lot for some reason, I don't know why I did that. Well, it's funny you say that, Kitten Fan, because I honestly think I would do one of 2 games, and I'm not sure which I'd focus on. I would either make an RTS, or I would make a grand strategy 4X game. If I could only make the one big game, you know, my Final Fantasy, that's probably what I'd go for. I mean, that game sounds awesome, Eternus. Could you make that so I can play it? That sounds amazing. What floor are we on? 37. Down 5. Hang on, so we'd skip 40. What's at 40? Pity Flower. Still might be worth it. Yeah, I don't mind skipping Pity Flower. Okay. Down 5 levels, please. You know what? I'll accept the sword in Arkham Exist. Okay, not opening my eyes. Now here's the real question for me. Would I do a space-bound 4X or a ground-bound 4X? These are very fundamentally different games. Oh my god. Okay. That's a bulky Bob-omb. It's like other Bob-ombs, but it's huge. It's weird. It never attacks, but once its fuse is lit, it'll blow up on its own eventually. I don't mind it's taking itself out of the battle, but that explosion hurts us too. Oh, when it powers up, its attack power goes up to 8. Fire and explosions make them blow up immediately. You can also run, but if you're going to fight, beat it before it goes off. Really? A game I would do an audit run on if I somehow had infinite time. That isn't Cyberpunk or Baldur's Gate 3, because everyone already wants me to do those. I think Off the Deeper End means post-Oblivion line. Unless you don't, feel free to clarify. An anarchistic Zelda chronosynthesis. That sounds pretty cool. What would you make, Sadicom? You didn't actually answer. Evo didn't answer either, but she's probably busy right now. Ooh, You get to... So you've already made a game. Congrats. But now you get to make, like, one really big game. You know, your big game. Which one do you pick? Like, what do you pick? What genre do you pick? You can make other things, Evo. I do not have that badge. Oh, thank God, Mr. Red. I mean, I have no opinion on that whatsoever. Okay. Ooh, that's irritating. Who's Aspen Gold? Good question. That is the correct question. Co-RPG? I mean, co-RPG is a bit ambitious, but yeah. Go for it. We don't have a lot of those, really. Let's just handle this while we're here. That's a lava bubble. They're flame spirits. They suck. The StarCraft City Builder. Oh, man. I'm gonna go. It's only 5. I've got a few options here. I think we're just going to blow the star points on this. I have to do a max Earth Tremor. That's the problem. So I'm not even going to risk that. I'm just going to do Art Attack. I do not trust myself to perfectly do a max Earth Tremor. Whereas this is almost guaranteed. To keep dying. I still like your answer, Evo. Even though it's the answer I thought you'd give. At least it's not a dating sim, which I know what you really want to make. No judgment. That's cool. Yeah, you know what? I hate to say this, but I think I would go with a terrestrial 4X game. I've just... As weird as it may sound, I'm already too invested in the concept. I've already put too much of myself and thought and concepts into what I would do with that. So, I think I'd go with that. Ah, god dang it. That sucks. Okay, we're gonna have to go for the earthquake. Okay, good news. Zap Tap helped. Bad news, we're at 3 health. Okay, wish me luck. Oh, no dropped inputs. I actually don't have any combat items right now. Well, I have one, but it only does 5 damage and only to a single target. Okay, we're good. I did see your answer, actually, Savicom. So, basic gameplay like Suikoden 2, which is very solid. Big battles like Suikoden Tactics, which I've never actually played. Oh my god, really? And yeah, do the conclusion of the story, which hell yes. Very in favor. Okay, what's our next enemy? Because we need 1 experience to level, so we're guaranteed to level. That's nice for us. Okay, we're gonna be risky. 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 Okay, we were risky. This might have been a mistake. See, that's a dropped input right there. I've actually noticed I'm dropping inputs on my Switch lately. And I probably wouldn't even notice except for the fact that, you know, a lot of this stuff is very specific. Please don't attack me. Thank you. See you around, Mr. Ed. Enjoy watching terrible, terrible shows. Let's switch her up front. Lockdown strategy because, yeah. I don't need FP right now. Thanks, game. Thanks. Appreciate you. Mr. Red didn't give an answer because he hates us. He's watching terrible shows instead. Actually, I have no idea what he's watching right now. I really am dropping inputs a lot. I'm going to check something after we get to floor 50 here. I need it, so we're just going to ignore that. We'll do another earthquake if we need one, so that's nice. Thanks, Shadow Machine. Yeah, I think we're good. Haha! Now? Whatever, that's 8 bonus experience. That's better than nothing. She never shows up when I'm actually getting a decent chunk of X, though. I've been thinking about how to review the Pit of 100 Trials, and I'm thinking, I'm gonna get badge points! But I've been thinking about giving it a negative for tediousness, especially early on. But 2 positives. One for, like, just general rewarding fun. And the other for the uniqueness of the lower floors. Oh my god, Shadow Machine. The cap on point? You know, I think it's 99. Don't actually quote me on that, but for now, that's all 4 Power Pluses equipped. And that's probably all the Power Pluses we're going to get in the entire game. So now we think about how much further we want to get badge points. See you around, Eternus. Have a good one. I do want Lucky Start. Lucky Start is... Well, I guess I don't need Lucky Start. It's just bonus. Flower Saver is pretty nice, but that's 2 other levels. But if I get 2 more levels, I could get Flower Saver and have 2 to spare for something. And 2 is a pretty good number to work with. I could lose the happy stuff for long term. Especially when I start actually getting my health and mana up. Trying to think if there's any other major badges I want to equip. Oh, I am going to... Well, I don't need the flame one. I can always swap that in. Well, at the very least, one way or another, my next 3 levels are going to be badges because of these 3 badge points because of these 3 badges right here. Then I'll start thinking about swapping. So 3 more levels of badges. Minimum. I love how those enemies, which are in the area we're about to do, are still considered higher level than we are. By 1, but still. I could Kitten Fan, or I could do more badge points! Badge points! Oh, sorry, what? Oh, it's definitely too long. I mean, this has taken us a little over an hour just to do, and we're only going down to floor 50. We're not gonna mess around with this. Not this far down. About to be at 4 digits of coins, so that's nice. But yeah, like I said, one of the biggest problems with this place is just the early levels. Despite the fact that you're absolutely running over everything, it still takes just too long to get further down. Nothing is as bad as Via Infinito. Oh my god. That's a poison pokey. They're poisonous pokies. If you get poisoned, your HP might slowly drain. Really? Don't jump on them. Okay. Oh, that sucks. What are the built-in cheats intend to? I don't think I've even used them, so I don't remember what they are. I know they're there. I think they're there. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I know nothing. I don't know. my god, really, Kitten? Oh, we're there. Yay! Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I should mention that in almost every playthrough I usually go down to 50. Because 50 gets you this. Increases our inventory size. God, he charges way too much for this crap. Let's get out of here. My dad's back. Sorry for troubling you. I guess health and family really are the most important things. Yeah, other than food. I'll look for new work. I've got to be strong for my dear son. Thank you so much. I'll give you my treasures award. It's really important to me, but nothing's more important than my dad, so here. That will excuse us, and really, thank you very much. That's crazy, Kitten Fan. Trouble solved. I mean, nothing beats a danger build. Let's go ahead and pause here for lunch. I was thinking about finishing off the troubles, but we've only got 6 left. So I will see you all after the lunch break.